Welcome to a podcast, a radio station, a channel? We don't really know yet, but stick with us. In today's episode, join Demi and Marisa as they talk about celebrity gossip. We're calling this one Reality Check, which I think we all could use a little bit of. Enjoy! Okay, so the latest drama is Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian are engaged. She has, I guess, 4 kids with a guy, and I'm just remembering this funny episode where...
Are they already married and just saying they're engaged?
Oh my god, what if they are? They're already married.
Already married and she's pregnant.
Stop it.
That's why I'm saying 4. Check to see how many kids she has. This is literally a side note too. Then I heard 4 kids, and then I heard they're already married, and I heard I don't think that the other kids are all from one guy.
Oh god.
Or they're not sure, or like no one wants to do a paternity. Does he get money from her because he has kids with her?
I don't know if he gets money from her.
She's a Kardashian, so she's like super rich.
He's super rich too. He was like a trust fund New Yorker kid, like went to school in a limo every day.
I know, but his parents are too smart to let him have any of his money go to her.
Yeah.
Like with her or whatever.
They never got married after like however many years.
There's something.
He was like,
maybe she was married to him already.
Oh my god.
Would it be common law after 7 years of living together and having kids, you're married?
Really?
Yeah.
That's a thing, common law.
You don't know common law is?
No.
Okay, if you live with somebody for 7 years, you're officially married.
Oh, my sister's married. Just kidding.
Wait, did she live with her guy for 7 years?
Yeah.
She's common law marriage. Meaning, like, they break up, she gets alimony.
That is total energetic something.
Yeah, they're common law marriage just basically means like the state recognizes that you've been living together for this long. She's either hasn't worked or he hasn't, or whatever, especially if there's kids. Alimony should be involved. Child support's definitely involved. And the court treats it as if it's a marriage. I lived with Jeff for 7 years before we even got engaged, so we were like common law.
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it kind of said but yeah, so, and you can't sign a prenup to common law. You know, it's like, you can't be like, oh, I'm signing a prenup. So like, after we've been together for 7 years, that's why they call it the 7-year itch too. 7-year itch. That's when people always cheat.
Oh yeah. Or they're like, oh, why haven't you proposed yet?
Yeah. We've been together for 7 years. We're married. So we're like, oh my God, yeah, they become energetically married. And then it's like, but why aren't we married? And then they get offended and they go cheat.
Wow.
That explains. It's funny how the law can affect us so much, even if we don't know about the law.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they are. So what about what's exciting about that, other than just?
Oh, so I just remember this really funny episode where they went to. I can't remember where they went, maybe Bali or somewhere spiritual. And they met with this like psychic guru guy who literally was
see a buffoon like itching his armpits.
That's literally what he looked like.
Oh God.
And he would burp out their energy. It was so disgusting. Like he would burp it out. He would suck it out of them and burp it. And then he gave Kourtney.
They had that on TV?
Yes. Oh, it's so good.
To them.
He gave her a reading with that guy, and at that point they were like deciding if they should like get back together or not, the one she has kids with. And the psychic was like, you guys are soulmates, you need to make a decision. Do you want to continue or not continue?
Why would you make him make a decision like that with him? Because he can't like decide now, like with me here, or
no, it's more just like in order to not have any more confusion, you need to like go this way or that way.
Like stay together with your old guy that you have kids with,
or move on, yeah.
And he said that her and the old guy were soulmates, or
that she is soulmates with the guy that she has 3 kids with. right now.
True. The guy that she's with right now, that she doesn't have kids with, that she's pregnant with, is her twin flame.
Oh, you should never be with, well, not never.
This means they either have work to do together to change the world or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If they do stay together, otherwise twin flames can't stand each other usually.
Yeah.
Did they even get along? They were going to a psychic because they couldn't get along, right?
Well, it was like so many years, and he had a drinking problem, and...
No, the second guy, the guy she's with right now.
Oh, I mean, it seems like they get along.
On TV. Are they on a TV show?
Not at the moment.
Or not in the news, but, you know, like just in, like, gossip.
In gossip, it looks like they're obsessed with each other. They're always making out in public. And everyone's like, you're too old, you guys are in your 40s, and you shouldn't do having PDA.
Oh, that's really funny. And they probably, like, kissed once, and, like, somebody caught it on, like, camera.
Yeah, and they're probably, like, hiding somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, so, like, why... I guess it's just like, if you have a soulmate and you have a twin flame, which one are you supposed to pick?
Which one are you supposed to pick? Neither. For her.
Mm-hmm.
No, I do hear that the first guy was abusive, and so was she. Both of them were abusive to each other. She's a highly verbally abusive person, I've just heard.
Yes.
She's like very verbally, like just like slashes through people with a knife. Who are we talking about?
Kourtney Kardashian.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
That's interesting.
Kim Kardashian is, she's the one with the butt implants.
Well, it's a whole nother topic.
She has butt implants. I see them. Anyway, like they're like little like kneecaps. Like
then she lied. Wow.
Huh?
She lied then.
Oh, whoa.
Go figure.
No, who wouldn't? They're like, do you have butt implants? No, my butt's always been this way. I just actually just started doing squats like last week, and now it looks like this. I mean, she did start working out to like, you know, actually like look better, but she did have some enhancements. Feels like it's actually injectables. It's not implants.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, she has injectables in her butt.
I wonder what it's made of. Like fat?
It's not fat, it's silicone.
Wow.
Like silicone implants in her butt or something. It's made of like argonite. And that's really weird. Okay.
Whoa.
So they like, smack her ass and they're like, ow, my hand hurts.
Like shocks them.
Yeah. Okay, so but Kourtney's not the one with the butt implants.
She's like a full-on health freak. I don't want to say freak.
Lately?
Like over the past couple of years. Like she's one of those people that her kids can't eat plastic, like they can't use plastic spoons. It's like all the decomposed.
Well, her fear of like, you know, like decomposing body and like eating trashy food and everything. It wasn't even like we have to eat healthy because I know I'm going to be sick. You know, some people it's like they eat healthy because they know they're going to be sick soon, you know? So they're like almost like trying to prepare for it. Hers is more like she's obsessive compulsive. She needs a healing and she needs to be brought. Oh, I just got chills all over.
Oh my god, we need to heal her.
She needs. It's not even a healing, but she needs like a good talking to, and she needs like a good like attunement to her soul. She's not in her soul at all. Her soul is completely separate from her. Her soul is like 95 feet away from her. Oh my god, it depends on how far away your soul is in proximity to you.
Whoa.
So if the soul is like far away and the sun's behind you and you're casting the soul's casting a shadow, you're staying in like the shadow of your own soul. So you can't like get light.
Oh my god.
So you need to be in your soul, like open the doors, let the sunshine in type thing. You know, like you can't be like walking around in the shadow of your soul. It's like Despicable Me, not Despicable Me. That big white marshmallow guy. It's one of those cartoons.
Something 6. Big Hero 6?
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's what the soul looks like to me.
Wow. So
the spirit to me looks like the twirling diva or twirling. There's these religious people that twirl. spirits just twirling. But if she was to get into her soul would not be the marshmallow man anymore. It would turn into her. Like she would be her soul. Like she would embody, like her soul would embody her. But instead, it's just a big marshmallow man standing in the way.
Is that because of Hollywood?
No, I think Hollywood actually kind of helps her a little bit to feel more connected to who she always knew she was supposed to be. I think she wanted to be an actress, or she wanted to be a musician, like a piano player or something. She wanted to do something like artistic or something like that. But I feel like maybe her family life got in the way.
You know who her dad is, right?
No.
Her dad is their dad passed away of cancer. He was on the OJ Simpson trial. He was the one, famous.
Is he the one that got OJ off?
The famous lawyer who was defending OJ Simpson.
Oh God.
Robert Kardashian.
Bad karma. So actually, they didn't get any karma from that. Sometimes I think OJ was innocent. I'm like, was he innocent or not?
Yeah.
Like, you want to say that he wasn't, then another piece of me is like, you see him standing there with like a crowbar.
I feel like he murdered.
I feel like someone else did, and he walked up and he picked up the weapon, the thing, and was like, what the hell? Like, but I feel like he almost knew. I don't know. I always felt like he was innocent. He was framed by like someone that like knew that, like, I don't know, something weird. I don't even know the situation between Nicole and OJ Simpson, but I always felt like OJ Simpson got framed, but I do feel like he did some other stuff that, you know, we put him in jail. He never went to jail, right? He ended up going to jail, right?
He ended up going to jail, like, I think a couple of years later for something completely unrelated.
Like that.
I don't know if it was like drugs or like something else.
Money stuff or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I always thought that he was innocent of her murder. But I do always go for the underdog, which is really annoying. Like constantly go for the underdog.
Yeah.
But even when I check myself, like, am I going for the underdog? I hear like, no, he didn't do it. Like, he walked up and like.
Do you think he knew? Is that why he walked up? He knew?
I feel like people who like own the planet, you know, like the elite or whatever, owned him. I feel like he wasn't doing something they wanted him to do.
Yeah.
And we're like bribing him or something, and it was like, okay, fine, then we'll do this. Your life is over.
Is that an iPhone charger?
Huh?
Do you have an iPhone charger?
A knife? Oh, a knife.
A knife.
You
have a knife?
No, okay, I don't. Here, I have a good iPhone charger.
Wow, this is
Wait, OJ didn't do it?
very interesting. Whoa, the lights just flickered.
I know.
Whoa. Did too. So, I don't want to look it up because I don't want to go to Google, but
Look up what?
like what the verdict was, I can't remember.
I'm curious now. Just don't tell me, but like.
I feel like there was some guy, or maybe a woman. I don't know.
It's the white guy.
Yes, he's white.
Not Robert Kardashian, but maybe Andrew Robert.
But he like covered for him or something?
I feel like is Nicole having an affair? She's having an affair, and the guy I think killed her. And then OJ got blamed.
Well, because that's the husband.
Yeah, but like.
Oh, you know what? He was, didn't he have not brain damage?
Probably kind of
Was
like.
he a football player or something?
He's like, what's his name? Let me put this in. What's his name? Junior Sale. What are you doing? She's like, I can't breathe in here.
She's like, the sage.
It's kind of like Junior Seau. How he, when he committed suicide, he shot himself in the chest rather than the head so that his head could be studied by science.
My God.
Because he was so brain damage from all the hits in the head.
Yeah.
OJ Simpson.
So it doesn't feel like he murdered her. It feels like he walked up to the murder.
Was it in a pool? I mean, I'm sure I heard all of this in the news, so I'm not like, it's not like psychic. I don't think I'm psychically seeing all of this, but like I see like a pool. I see her laying there just mouthing off to someone. I see some guy in the bushes.
Yeah, I see that too.
And then I see him come up and just like strangle her or kill her. I'm asking not to like graphically see it. And then I see that OJ was threatened, like, do this or this is gonna happen. Mm-hmm. So he was like running home to save her or something. And he ran up and it's like almost like the cops are called up right then or something. Someone set him up. Who set him up? Sanders?
I see like a J. Like a J or something with a J.
Something Sanders. Sanders. Aurelia Sanders?
Wow.
That's a woman. She's like, yeah. Aurelia Sanders?
I did see a woman. Like almost a lawyer-y looking woman, like in a suit, a blazer.
She's probably one of the elites. Like, I don't know what they would own him about. Didn't he do like TV and like commercials and stuff? Was he starting a foundation to like help kids?
I don't know. Should I look it up?
Yeah.
I'm like, now I can use Google.
Oh, yeah, you're not grounded. Feels like almost like it wasn't about money. It was about control. And Nicole was shady as all get out.
Really?
Feels like it, yeah. Like she was like making deals behind his back and spending money and
wow.
She wasn't doing drugs or anything like that, but it was more like stowing away money so she could leave or something like that. Like I think OJ Simpson had like a temper problem. But she like almost like provoked it in him. And not like in the maid type of way. Show, remember how I was like taking the guy's side. It literally feels like she's like, you're just a loser, you're not even anything anymore. I can't stand the fact that I'm still with you. Like it's just like over and over badgering.
Wow.
That's horrible. I hate to be with someone like that.
Yikes.
And he was just kind of like dumb. We're just gonna sit there and listen.
He had brain damage, I think, from football or something like that.
So is the chick that did that knew she was gonna leave and divorce him and take his money? So the chick hired some guy to kill her? You know, they have a lot of money. In comparison to what people buy that.
Really?
I mean, he always had enough to hire that Kardashian lawyer.
Well, they were, pretty sure they were, like, family friends.
Oh, okay.
So I don't even know if he,
I feel like he worked on, like a small retainer, but it was more for fame. Because he knew if he won the case, regardless, he was going to be famous.
Wow. Yeah.
There was evidence hidden by the arresting officers.
Wow.
Evidence hidden by the arresting officers to make it an easier case so that they wouldn't have to like if you think that someone had a DUI, you're going to see a DUI. You're going to find all the evidence for a DUI.
Yeah.
Was he there when they found her?
I don't know. I feel like...
Well, yeah, obviously it was because they showed up and then he jumped in his freaking Bronco and drove for like 3 days. Remember they chased him all over Hollywood?
No.
I remember watching it on TV. They're like, whoa, OJ Simpson's still going. He hasn't run out of gas yet. Like he literally he was in a white Bronco. That's why Jeff called his Bronco his OJ Simpson car. The white Bronco, and he literally drove for like 10 hours at a slow pace and just had the cops chasing him all over. Look at it. Say, type in OJ chase, like police chase. He's going so slow. Probably not to run out of gas.
It's almost like he walked in after.
Mm-hmm. He did.
And she's already dead. And it was like, it wasn't even like he was heartbroken.
Looks like he was sad, but he just looks like he's retarded.
It literally is like what his brain is like mush.
It's totally mush. It still is.
Is that from football?
Yeah. Yeah, like, why did she get killed? She mouthed off to somebody. I wonder if she was really mouthy.
I went on Google and it said her last words to him in public were F off.
Oh, that's nice. Well, yeah, she's mouthy. But I mean, people say that all the time, so. It's not like it's like, oh no, she said get F off. Like, he's gonna kill her now. I don't know. I've always, just like I know that guy Epstein didn't kill himself in prison. Like Hillary Clinton had him killed or something. But it feels like, or the crew up in the sky.
Oh yeah.
Hillary Clinton, Obama, and whoever. I think that's their astral selves, by the way. I figured it out.
It's gotta be. Unless there's a literal room in the sky. Which
There
there might
is.
be. And I was like, there might actually be something up there.
It does. It feels like it has a big Mason symbol on the outside. Like one of those, like the compass. Isn't the Mason symbol like that? That's what we were drawing last night, that V.
Oh, wow.
It's like the compass. I just heard that the thing in the sky is true west. There's true north, and then there's the North Pole. And they're two totally separate ways.
True West is...
I don't know what true west is.
True West sounds like when you have... When you like have a knife or a fork on a plate and it scratches. It makes me want to like...
Oh, like nails on a chalkboard?
Yes.
True West. It's like the wrong way or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, is True North a sound?
True North is like...
Everything's a sound, I just heard. They said everything's a sound. Silly. Okay, so back to that chick. So her and that guy, that's literally the biggest gossip news. That's so boring. Gossip has to come up with some better gossip.
Let's take to the internet.
Yeah. Is the Hills still on?
That's interesting though. That you can let's see.
It's like the real scoop. All of today's gossip. The truth and reality behind all of your favorite gossip. Really.
Oh. Gigi Hadid and Zayn Malik break up after an allegation.
She slapped him.
The mother is accusing Zayn of hitting her.
Well, she slapped him so hard.
The mother or Gigi?
Gigi slapped the boyfriend, her husband, super hard.
They lied?
Well, usually if someone's accusing someone of doing something, it's usually them that's doing it. He pushed her down on the bed. That's it. It feels like her mom literally took her arm, the daughter's arm, went like, you know, twisted her arm or skin and like scratched her up and like called the cops and was like, they're trying to, does he have more money than her?
Well, he's from like a very successful boy band back in the day, so I'm sure he's living.
Who is he?
Zayn Malik. He's from One Direction, that little boy band. They're super cute.
I don't know what One Direction was. What's it? I knew of NSYNC.
They're from like 2012.
Okay, now you have to play a song.
You don't know you're beautiful. We might get copyrighted.
One Direction. I kind of like that name.
They're cute.
No, like for like the right direction.
Oh.
Your morning compass. Navigation. Pointing you in the right direction each morning.
Oh, you know what we could ask about? Although it's probably insensitive. I don't know. The shooting.
Which shooting?
Alec Baldwin.
Oh. Let's see. Somebody hates him because he hates guns.
Oh, wow.
And was putting bullets in the gun.
Oh, my God.
Does he hate guns?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's more on the liberal side. And his brother is like the evangelist or whatever they're called.
Well, you would think that him shooting someone would make him hate guns even more and fight even more against them.
Yeah, you'd be like, now we really... It's like, now my point is proven. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of evil.
I don't feel like it was real. I feel like it was made up. I feel like it's a publicity stunt. Is it real? I mean, you know, they may show a family and they may show the girl. I don't know that somebody really, 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 really died. Let me see.
She's, her name's Hannah.
Well, let's call her in and see if she's really dead. She's not dead. Look, she's sitting in a hospital somewhere.
At the age?
She's eating like pineapple. She's under a gag order. And she's getting paid like millions of dollars. Millions.
Is this for gun control?
Yes.
Wow. Well played.
Well, hey, they're on Hollywood. They can make anything look real.
Well, yeah, because it's like the only people that are authorized to be there are...
I mean, Alec Baldwin would be arrested right now for murder, right?
Well, it's like technically it wouldn't be his fault. It'd be like whoever the prop manager is or whatever.
Well, somebody would be arrested for...
Or if they're doing like...
And 2 rounds got fired off that same day in the air. Like when someone was like firing off the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
I don't know.
I just heard that somebody fired off the gun a couple times.
Well, it's like, how do you practice, right? You do the stunt practices and then all of a sudden there's bullets in there. It's like how does that...
They just handed him a gun and he was like firing it like, being like all trying to look like gnarly in the camera.
Mm-hmm.
He shot someone in the stomach and she's still alive. Recovering fine. I want to say she had a bulletproof vest on. Did she have a bulletproof vest on?
Let's see.
It's something to bring about insensitivity into the human collective. You know, like people are writing memes about it, laughing about it. It's like that's someone's daughter or someone's wife, someone's mother.
Mm-hmm.
But she's going to be pretty well off for the rest of her life. What's her name?
Well, it's like, how are they going to keep that from the public?
Easy. change her name and they move somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean...
Well, now it's Alec Baldwin spotted shopping in Vermont following deadly rust set shooting. So now it's like, they're over it.
Yeah, like everyone's over. I mean, it's like... It doesn't seem... I mean, he would have been arrested.
They would be like full on investigating,
Yeah.
right? They'd have a memorial.
Yeah.
Um,
She's 100% alive. She's got like 2 kids. They're sitting next to her. Her husband's like counting the money.
how's that even legal?
Alec Baldwin owns a production company.
He does?
I don't know. He hired them. No one could prove anything because they were out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, he's a producer, I guess. Yeah, he's a producer.
It's a gun. It's an anti-gun stunt.
Wow.
Like, see, if we didn't have guns, then...
It's almost like too stupid.
I mean, you gotta be retarded to, like, fire off a gun. I'm seeing him firing it off twice. Or someone firing it off or something and being like, oh, whoa, 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 that had a bullet in it.
Do you think everyone was in on it?
I think that feels like it was Alec Baldwin. Feels like his brother was there. Somewhere. I see him over to the side.
He's super religious.
Oh, he is?
Super religious.
Was it a prank between brothers? It sounds like a rivalry between brothers.
Well, I think they're opposite beliefs. Stephen is really, really, really conservative. I'm pretty sure Alec Baldwin is liberal. I'm not sure.
Most Hollywood actors usually are. Wait, so let me think. Okay, so take me into the real coordinates. What happened? Not the story, not the morbid feel, but the actual real thing. Like, I am the girl that they say is dead. She's alive.
She is.
Get her name and say, let's tune into her right now. She's alive. But it's like Bangladesh. Like, I know, Poochie. People are liars.
I don't even know. Is that like even like moral? You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like to do this kind of stunt. Is this like...
No, the world got too calm about guns. I mean, we left all of our guns and weapons over there with freaking Afghanistan. You know, the president left all that stuff over there, gave them all of our weapons. Like, what did he leave? Something like $27 billion worth of tanks and guns and weapons over in Afghanistan, and then left our people in there to die.
Right.
But it was like, it's almost like it was too calm. Hollywood wasn't getting enough attention.
No one's watching movies anymore. Her name is Helena Hutchins.
She's kind of like this. But her chest is moving. Like her tongue's hanging out of her mouth, you know? Mm-hmm. But she's totally like, I feel like she did get hit in the side of the stomach by like a prop, like what Jeff and his buddies shoot each other with at work. They're like real bullets. They hurt. Like he comes home and like, if he gets shot, he's screwed. He has like a huge like dent in his body and like bruise and
yeah.
They're like rubber bullets.
That's interesting. Did you say Bulgaria before? What did you say?
I don't know what I just said.
Because she's from Ukraine.
What's Ukraine have? Did I say Bulgaria? Is Ukraine by Bulgaria?
I have no idea. I'm so bad at it.
I'm like so what's it called? Geographically like lame. Bangladesh. Bangladesh. Where's she from? Bulgaria?
Ukraine. Oh, the director was injured, it says as well.
Different relations refer to the bilateral relations in Bangladesh, Ukraine. Oh, they're part of each other. There's no way I could have made that up.
Wow.
She's in Bangladesh. Let me see. Bangladesh is in Ukraine.
No way.
Yeah, looks like it. Bangladesh and Ukraine living in comparison. Distance from Bangladesh to Ukraine. Oh no, they're far away from each other. Wait. Air travel. Oh no, they're pretty far. They're 3,000 miles apart. Ukraine. Bangladesh. Did I say Bangladesh or did I say Bulgaria?
Oh. Bulgaria?
I said Bulgaria.
I can't remember.
It'll be on the tape when we listen to it. Okay, 12 days to travel between Bulgaria to Ukraine. Oh, they're only 4 hours apart.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Driving they're 14 hours. By flying they're 4 hours. For $49. Yeah, Bulgaria to where's? Yeah, she's like she's totally alive.
So it's like he actually shot her, but not like in a way that she would die.
Yeah, so everyone could see it and be like, oh my God. And then it seems like they couldn't call in life flight or something, or they couldn't get the life flight ticket, so they threw her in like someone's car and drove her off, and then she never came back. Said she died. But she just went. I see her going like, oh God. Ugh. You have to pay me extra for this. And like she's like yanking like a bullet out of her stomach, like but it's like rubber.
Wow.
Was she fat or skinny?
Very thin.
I didn't say she looks really skinny, but it looked like she had like a fat, like a puff.
Oh, she had like a fat suit on.
Yeah.
This is her.
She's alive, 100%. She's not dead.
It's like no one is like. It's like people. Not that they've forgotten about it,
What's
but it's
her
like. Helena, Halyna. Hyna. Hutchins.
Hutchins.
Yeah. It's like Alec Baldwin's out shopping and
Let's see, the 9-year-old really saying his mom's dead. Let's see. Yeah, it's a gun stunt. No, he's alive too. Is he her wife or her husband?
That's the director who was injured.
Candles are a picture of it. You think that after that much experience in doing movies, you would check if the
Literally makes no sense. Like, you don't just, like, accidentally load a gun. Does a gun come loaded? No, right? The bullets are separate.
Yeah.
So how does one just put bullets into a gun? That doesn't add up. I remember reading that too, and I was like, there's something about this that doesn't add up. And I remember looking at the picture of him, and I remember thinking to myself, like, that's some really bad acting. And I was like, ew, Demi, like, what is wrong with you? Why would you think that?
But yeah, we do. Everyone's, like, too afraid to speak the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we just create our own network so we can say whatever we want?
True.
It provokes sadness. It provokes, like...
Yeah, you literally, you feel so bad for him.
Yeah.
Like, there's no one that doesn't feel bad for him.
Negligence on the set, that's like, I mean, if someone got shot, that's like straight, like, maliciousness, you know, like...
Yeah, not
once. You can't just, like, accidentally put a loaded, like, bullet into it. Just like, oh, negligence, just, oh,
you wouldn't, yeah, it's like, no one has mentioned, like, maybe foul play.
Exactly.
So, like...
Because there is no foul play because it didn't really happen.
Yeah.
I mean, Bruce Willis can come walking out of a burning building. Will Smith can save the United States from being blown up in a rocket ship. Like, why can't they fake a shooting on a set?
Especially Hollywood. Hollywood can literally make anything.
I know. They're in Hollywood. Like, that's what they do.
Yeah. And it's not like paparazzi are there. Like, it's only people who are authorized to be there.
Yeah.
It's COVID and all that.
Oh, yeah. So they told whatever story they wanted to.
Wow.
So what is the whole purpose of that? Gun race. And just for, like, straight, it's almost like a publicity stunt. I feel like the brothers don't agree with anything. It doesn't feel like the brother did anything.
Yeah.
Also, the producer or the director, that guy who got shot in the shoulder.
Creepy.
Mm-hmm. It feels like he put the bullet in there. Doesn't it? Money. You're gonna steal him.
But I feel like not everyone on the set was in on it. I feel like it was just Alec.
The director's gonna sue Alec Baldwin. Watch.
Wait, what?
The director will sue Alec Baldwin.
But I thought it was Alec's idea. I thought it was Alec's idea.
He shot him. The guy with the shady guy?
Mm-hmm. Butchie.
Carolina Hutchins finally sued Baldwin for wrongful death, yes. Potential legal woes mount for for Alec Baldwin after a movie. Yeah, he's getting sued by everyone.
Wait, so were they not in on it together?
It's just like the movie was going under.
Yeah.
They didn't have money. Alec Baldwin was not in on it. He's the victim.
Oh.
His brother was in on it. Or Alec.
That's interesting because... Oh. Okay.
He's the brother of Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin's brother is Stephen Baldwin. That is Justin Bieber's stepdad.
Really?
Hailey Bieber's dad. Super devout. I don't know what he is. No. What is it?
He's super shady.
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin's brother Stephen breaks silence. Stephen Baldwin was the one that came up with the story. He's the one that looks like he has like stuck his face in between some chick's leg. Like, he just, like, always looks like he's, like, all, like, I don't know. He looks like a child molester.
He has a creepy face.
Mm-hmm. Please pray Alec Baldwin's brother Stephen breaks silence about tragic accident after actor shot and killed cinematographer. Stephen Baldwin finally broke his silence on his brother's tragic shooting accident where he shot and killed the director on set. The actor fired a prop gun that was meant to be loaded with blanks. He's so gross. Ew, he's a molester. Ew. Asking for your prayers tonight, friends. Not much can be said other than please pray for all involved in the wake of this tragic accident. Thank you. Ask fans for their prayers as the family navigates the tragedy. Stephen took to Instagram to plead with fans for their prayers after the tragic accident. They left one dead and one seriously injured. Asking for your prayers tonight, friends. Not much can be said, blah, blah. Thank you, Tricia wrote. In the caption, he added a cross emoji and the hashtag Psalm 91. Fans and friends rushed to the comments to share their prayers for the famous family as they navigate the devastating incident. Praying, one wrote, while I second gushed, was just thinking of you. We'll be praying for your brother and family. Praying for all involved. God is bigger than all this. They literally...
Ew.
Stephen Baldwin said it.
That's interesting. I thought he would be maybe pro-gun because he's so conservative. I guess not. It was just for the money.
It's money. And, I mean, who's actually thought about Stephen Baldwin ever? He's so irrelevant now.
He hasn't been in anything. Wow.
Pro or anti-gun or anti-Fourth Amendment. So how do we blow the covers on this?
Yeah, I'm like, are people gonna come after us?
They're lying.
Wait, so Alec Baldwin was not in on it.
He's a total victim.
I feel bad now. I was like, that's some bad acting. I was probably picking up on the energy, not him.
Mm-hmm. He's always been a bad actor. He's a horrible actor. So nobody knew, but Stephen Baldwin told everyone. Yeah, nobody knew.
The only two who knew were Stephen, the producer, or the director, and
look, they don't get along.
The
Baldwins may be a family of successful actors, but they sure do take sibling rivalry to the next level. They fight against each other because Alec plays Trump on Saturday Night Live.
That's what I don't get, though. Stephen is all for Trump, so wouldn't he be...
Alec makes fun of him. Trump was pro-gun rights, right? He wasn't going to take the guns away. I mean, they take the guns away from us. All the criminals are still going to have them.
No, that's what I mean. Like, if he's... Wouldn't he be for less gun control if he's all pro-Trump? That's what I don't understand. Mm-hmm. Unless it's actually somehow having the opposite effect.
Probably. I don't know, I think he's just trying to screw his brother. I don't know that he said no. He didn't set it up. He just gave it to the media. Like, you know, he told him. Like, it could have gone completely under. There's so much stuff that happens in Hollywood, I just heard. Nobody knows about.
Yeah.
What's the last gossip story?
Let's see.
My side, your side, and the truth.
Oh yeah, and then like, and what really happened.
Yeah.
But if you type in "good for you," tell me she's not cursing someone.
She's not a witch. She's too dense to be one.
Ooh,
meaning like dense to be one. Not like dense like dumb. Like she's too. Her density level is too high. Like she's not etheric enough to like expand out. She's definitely real though. That's for sure.
I wonder if the vaccine was Good for her.
Oh, she had the vaccine. Hey, that's one good thing. When people get vaccinated, they can't curse people anymore.
No way.
Oh. Because their fourth dimensional self dies.
When you get a vaccine? What?
Which is all your false realities anyways, right? Your 5D self is your real self. Your 3D self is your projected self. And your 2D self is your emotions, which is like your elemental self. And your 1D self is just your earth consciousness. So if you're really a 5D being or 7D soul, like projecting light onto a 5D being, while it's in the uterus, and it sends its form,
Yeah.
it's kind of giving free will. Then your 4D self is your reality created up in your head.
And that's like they probably think this.
Parallel realities, like
Or like the daydreaming.
psychics create a lot of the 4D reality by telling people certain things will happen.
Yeah.
That's why it's important to release like all the stuff that that psychics have ever told you. Or no camera on this? It's horrible for going live. It says you're live and there's no camera. So wait, seriously, the 4D body is gone.
Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
We didn't have access to it before 2012. Right? In 2012 is when we got given access to it, which is what made everybody empathic. And it's what made everybody like mediums and stuff. So, since you're a medium your entire life, does that mean that you had access to your 4D self the whole lifetime? Does that mean that you had access to your 5D self and due to like the surgery, you were brought down to your 4D? You're taken into your 7D. Because all of our 5 senses are in the 4th dimension.
Oh, wow.
Doesn't it feel like that?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like primal instincts almost.
Well, the 5 senses and then the light body's 5 senses are in the 7th dimension. And then it doesn't feel like it goes up to like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It stops at 7th dimension. Weird. But prior to this, we have 12 dimensions to ourselves.
Wow.
Our junk DNA gets tossed out.
And you get it?
And it's filled in with something different. There's a blocker, like a protein blocker that blocks you from ascending and evolving into greater perspectives or higher aspects of self. So you feel like you're like as high as can be because you're up at the 7th dimension. You're like, oh, I'm ascended, I'm safe, I'm like a superhero or, whatever. But you can't go into your cosmic self. You can't go into your Christ self. You can't go into like the Holy Spirit or whatever you want to call that. And then you can't go into like, they're calling it divine grace, which is like the 12th. Divine grace is that white ring. So what happens if you die if you only have 7 dimensions to self? They said you go to the soul plane.
That's where you die?
Are souls eternal there? They said no. Souls there have to be charged with consciousness and a divine spark.
Is that
and eternal light.
Is it like here? Like it's just another reality?
We're in the soul plane right now.
Oh.
So we're in the soul plane. We were not in the soul plane in 2018. Where were we before 2018? The real world? I know, Gucci. What makes real real, though? We said what makes it real is that you believe it's real.
Yeah, it's like what it...
I mean, when you're in a dream, it's like you have emotions and stuff like that. So it's like, well, so emotions make it real? Once you hit like the 8th layer or whatever, you become a divine creator yourself and you can create your own souls.
Yeah.
So, like, if someone has it, has a baby,
Yeah.
the soul's going to come from the earth. It's not going to come from the original. That's huge, though. It's not going to be a cosmic soul. It's going to be an earth soul.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Earth's like, I don't want the man beasts creating their own souls anymore.
It's like you literally have something from another world in you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like literally from another world.
But that's where we're from.
But it's like not one with a soul. It doesn't feel like it has a connection to...
Is it the dead embryo? Okay, what I see is like the Mount Rushmore.
Mm-hmm.
And I see people like working inside of there. See them? They're like in the back of like George Washington's head. And there's like people working and running around there like, hurry, cut, and roll that tape again. Like it's like they're like it's like a movie, like a soul movie, or like it's an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
But if we can evolve past and open up the thalamus in our brain
Mm-hmm.
to 61%, whatever that means, and our brain activity can continue to expand, we'll get smarter because our souls know everything. And then we'll know, like, oh, we're in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
This is not real. Someone else is creating this reality, and I can just step out of it and I can create my own. And once we do that, then all the souls that are feeding off of the souls that are incarnated into here, like the light off of them, will die. Like George Washington, like hasn't crossed over yet.
Wow.
And he's still like living wherever he's living.
As if he's George Washington.
Feeding off of the U.S. energy. Not even necessarily feeding. It's like he's a different person that came into here to play a role as George Washington. And he's played it like 50,000 other times in different realities. Like, it's like they're just creating different realities. But we choose to come here because we want to forget who we are. But they're showing like the souls are getting too smart. Or the human beings are getting too smart. They're allowing the souls to merge with them. And once the soul merges, then we're like me. You know everything. You know, you just tune in and you're like, oh, I know that.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't be deceived. I can be deceived if I'm not in channeling mode. But like, when you're in channeling mode, you're like, oh, well, he didn't shoot her, or like he didn't, or it was a setup or whatever. But what they're saying is they don't want the souls embodying down here. Why though? All the souls that chose to stay here and not cross over will go to like literal hell.
All the souls here.
Zuccotain. Zuccotain. I can't read that. Someone said it interesting. I said, sure. It says Sheila, I'm not sure. Hi, Sheila. I wasn't sure if you guys could hear us or not because our camera's not working. Zuccotain.
It's 222.
No. Oh my gosh.
So they don't want the souls embodying here, as in like the souls that are being born from the vaccine?
No, the soul's like, okay, so we're a soul.
Mm-hmm.
We come onto this planet. We're standing on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And we're light. And inside of us, like we're like these big, huge, not Despicable Me, Hero 6.
Mm-hmm.
These big, huge, like humongous beings of like matter. And we're like luminescent, like shiny almost.
Mm-hmm.
Inside of us, we have these realities that we've created. Like, you know, when you just like, you're like, oh, we're going to be so happy together. Like, you go on a date with a guy. They have a funny meme or funny thing on YouTube where it's like, the girl's like, oh, and we're going to have babies, and it's so great. And he just totally cuddled with me this morning. And the girlfriend's like, oh my God, you guys are going to be so happy. You know, and the guy's like, yeah, I reached over to grab my remote control this morning. I forgot that I had this chick in my bed. And so I made her some breakfast and shoot her out of there. I figured if I fed her, she'd leave.
Oh my God.
Something like that. And then it's just like, you know, the perception of like whatever the reality is for each of them.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying that the souls create, facilitate, and they never leave themselves. It's almost like those Mount Rushmore heads. I can see people coming out of the back and like mountain climbing down them, you know, like they're having an experience. Those souls create duplicates of themselves. But they never leave them. They're always connected to them. Oh, but when one's having an experience and it's not listening, or it's like going like, oh, I'm gonna go over here, the soul's like, snip. I'm cutting my connection to you because you're using up my energy and you're not listening to me. And then that person dies. So then they're in this reality, like picture Mount Rushmore, and now they're walking around in the forest and they're like, well, I just lost my life force energy. I do have my life force energy that I've connected to, like, you know, source or whatever, but it only lasts so long if they don't cross over. If they don't cross over, they lost their connection to source, they lost their connection to their soul, and the only connection they have is the earth. So that's when they turn to like the earth of the God of Earth, and the God of Earth goes, oh yeah, here, come here, it's this awesome place, and we'll reincarnate you. And then they'll get a new earth spirit. Because everything that's born gets given a spark. And then they're born and all they have is a spark, but they don't have a soul. Oh my God.
You have a spark with no soul.
Spark with no soul is a being with no... There's really no souls. Is that who Jesus is here to save, or like Christ is here to save? Or however you want to call it, like the Savior or whatever?
Is that the influencers?
Influencers are here to bring soul, purpose. But see, the incarnated beings that don't really have a soul, don't have a soul of their own to incarnate with, so they use the soul of the parents that have them. And those are the ones that are not created out of love. Oh my gosh, they're like your one night stands, like unmarried. So the earth is technically the parent.
Wow.
One of the parents. Wait, is it one of the parents or both? Okay, wait, so if people aren't married, there are two souls. And those two souls create and feed that one being with the spark from the earth. If people are married, they're one soul. So they're one soul, and then God is the other soul.
What if you're not married but you're with your person?
The second you have sex, you're married.
Oh, I see what you mean. Energetic marriage.
Your souls merge. Like the second you have sex. That's why it's like so important to get an energetic divorce. It's like anyone you've slept with, you're married to. But what they keep showing me, and they showed me this earlier, is that they may be like defertilizing people because we'll have gotten to the point where we can just have like immaculate conception. So why would we want to keep having like these painful man-beast births? You know, where we have to bleed and like shoot babies out of our crotch and all this stuff when we can just create people in a petri dish and grow them in a lab and have a baby. But then does the soul get in? Its soul does get infused.
It does?
Because it comes from within the master God cell, within the person. There's something to say for like, if you don't know the person, it's like just like a sperm donor or whatever. Because everything's programmed when they're in utero. So if you're grown like in a petri dish and then you're placed into like a loving environment, it's really interesting. I always thought that, I guess it all depends on what you call soul though. Is soul perfect? Souls are perfect. Like, ask to see the soul that we're born with. Mine was dirty. I think I reincarnated. But then I see like a perfect one standing right behind it. Is that just an attachment?
Is that the oversoul?
I think in a perfect environment, there's no oversoul. There just is like the soul, and it's perfect. Yeah. But when in like a reincarnated environment, it starts like splitting into all these different layers. Oh my God, how weird. Being with no light. But they are saying that any being created and born on this earth is given a spark from the earth. And that spark is, although it's like Satan, it's the same source that created earth. So it's the same exact thing, it's just a duplicate. It's just not eternally like resourceful. Like eventually the sun's gonna die, eventually the planet's gonna die. In fact, it just did in January of 19 or 20. The earth died in 20. January 19th of 2020, the earth died. What happened January 19th of 2020? Was it a year after COVID?
That was a year ago.
When was the full moon?
Is that when Kobe Bryant died?
I don't know. No. You're good if you know that.
I just remember the day Kobe Bryant died. I just knew, I was like, the world is going to get so bad. So quick. Mm-hmm. And now he died on the 26th.
He died 7 days after that?
Mm-hmm.
When did Kobe Bryant die?
The 26th.
I literally heard that the real beginning of it died on the 19th, but I heard when it's no moon, or like the new moon is when the new earth began. And guess what day that was?
Mm-hmm.
The 25th. Oh, Kobe Bryant couldn't resonate in the new earth.
That has nothing to do with COVID, or was that?
Everything to do with COVID. It has everything to do with everything. I mean, like, some people chose to go to like the real earth to like resonate with their soul. Mm-hmm. Okay, was Kobe his soul? Kobe was his soul since he was 16.
So why couldn't he resonate?
Couldn't resonate in this crap world.
Oh. And his daughter died with him.
So they went to like the real world.
Wow. I wonder if he's there with like his wife still.
I see him with the daughter. Daughter has a kid. Is the daughter really young?
Yeah, she's like 12 or 13 when she died.
The daughter has 2 or 3 kids, so it's in the future.
Wow.
Daughter's 32. Oh, everyone's 32 on the soul plane now. How old's Kobe there? Kobe's like 17. They're just in the soul plane. It's almost like this like place where I see everybody doing like virtual reality. They have like goggles on.
Sucks. You leave your wife behind. I'd be like, can I come too?
I know, right? Are they splitting up?
I don't know. He cheated on her like way back in the day. And like went to trial about it or something.
So she just stayed with him for revenge. Like she took him to court to see if he really did cheat.
It wasn't even like court, but they were you know what, I think it was more like for ESPN or like for his basketball career or something.
Mm-hmm. Wife filed for divorce. Kobe's disturbing rape case. Wow, he had a bunch of stuff. Was it true though? I heard he had 3 affairs. They were emotional. He had 97 accusations that got paid off.
And cheating?
They're like massage therapists and stuff like that. They were like, he did this, like, or I'm gonna say you did that. You need to give me money. It's weird. He has like a clone or something like that.
Well, they died in a plane.
Like, they're not supposed to be flying.
So it's like they almost like knew it was gonna happen or something.
Like, is he alive?
Well, so sometimes you leave because it's too bad here.
Kobe Bryant's twin spotted at London Olympics.
What?
I heard something about his twin. Did the fake Kobe Bryant guy? It says, Kobe Bryant's long-lost twin was spotted at the opening ceremony at the London Olympics on Friday. Both Kevin Love and LeBron James shared pictures on Instagram and Twitter of Kobe and his body double, as Love called it. The resemblance between the two men is strong. NBA player Brandon Jennings, who is not on the Olympic team, thought the twin picture was hilarious. After a bit of research, we learned that Kansas State twittered the identity of Kobe's doppelganger. The young man's name is Eric Kynard, and he's a 21-year-old high jump specialist who attends Kansas State, blah, blah, blah. The two look really similar in the picture above. They look different in the photo snapped by LeBron James. They look so much alike. I don't know, I heard something about his twin.
Like an actual twin.
I don't know, I don't remember what I just said. I just said something about, like, is he actually dead? And I just thought, like, he's alive somewhere. Kind of like how Brian's alive somewhere.
Mm-hmm. I just don't understand, why don't you bring your whole family? It's kind of depressing to be like...
Well, sometimes people leave so that the other souls can evolve and grow.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like they need, like, a catalyst to grow. So it's like Brian said, he could do more good on the other side than he could do here. Because here he just worried us and we're scared he was going to die and, like, drink too much or whatever. But then once they're gone, it's like, wow, they're gone. But it actually triggers, like, something inside of us to want to learn and grow and get closer to God. The whole point of being here is to get closer to God, to allow our soul in, to merge with our soul, to not fear, and just know that if you're going to die tomorrow, you're going to die tomorrow. If you're going to live tomorrow, you're going to live tomorrow. If someone's going to die tomorrow, they're going to die tomorrow. But, like, there's nothing we can do to control it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, absolutely nothing we can do to control another person, but we can control our own perspective, our own reality, our own emotions, our own feelings. We can't really control them, but, like, if we can look at it from a perspective that we're eternal, not like, oh, let's be super Christian and be like, yay, we're eternal. But if we can look at it like this is a movie, and we're just in this reality for, like, a blink of time, that we're going to see our loved ones, that they're going to be there, that, like, if we have animosities and we hate them in this lifetime, we'll probably cross over the other side and be like, high five, good job for screwing me over. Good job for making me feel like crap my whole life. Like, I really learned a lot about, like, self-pity and, you know, it's like the souls are perfect. They want to experience the crap. And as far as, like, all the gossip articles and stuff like that, they're just people.
Mm-hmm.
And they almost have, like, public personas that they approve with their PR people, that they allow them to, like, release into the like, they play a part in the media too. So they play a part on TV, they play a part in the media, and they play a part at home. And at home, hopefully they're real, but they have a hard time choosing what's that gross thing coming in here with no eyes, blue, like Terminator looking thing. It's like a guy with skin melting off his face and teeth and blue eyes. The media monster?
I just heard oppression.
Oppression of what?
Self-realization and actualization?
It's the blue light coming out of its eyes that are oppressing people. The blue light lenses. There's, they have, like, lenses that you can get now to block the blue light in your computer because it causes some sort of weird thing to happen. Releasing PTSD, like, tons of, like, stuff you would not even believe, because the mind believes what the mind believes, and if you go into a theta brainwave and you see something actually happening to you in virtual reality, you're going to believe that it's real. Your brain's going to believe it's real. So if you see yourself heal, you're going to heal. The only problem is they can't get it approved through the FDA because it can read your mind. So little things like having a country western and you've got the virtual reality machine on, the technology is so strong that, like they say, you know, the barmaid comes in to the country saloon, and based on your thoughts emanating from your head, the frequencies, she'll either smack you, offer you a pack of cigarettes, or take you in the back room. It's all frequency. Oh yeah, you can totally use it for bad too, 100%. But I mean, I'd say like I always say in class, like what's good and what's bad. It's like, you know, a rape is bad, but if a girl gets raped and she goes out and she helps like 1 million rape victims, you know, to not feel raped anymore, then was her rape bad or was it the plan?